Greetings and welcome to another episode of Pinball Stories. This is Mike from PinballHelp.com, and today I'm going to talk about this interesting game, Roadshow by Bally Williams. This is another 90s era wide body. This is another one of Pat Lawler's games. Pat Lawler is pretty well known for everything from Addams Family to Twilight Zone to Family Guy. And he has a very specific kind of style that he likes to do these games, and he did Funhouse and all that. And this is kind of a follow-up of his Funhouse design where he had Rudy, the talking kind of mannequin. In this game, you have two of those talking heads, and they represent Red and Ted, which are these construction workers that are traveling across the country kind of creating havoc. This is a pretty obscure pinball machine. It's you don't see it that often. It was much lower production than a lot of the other games. It probably had a pretty expensive bill of materials because it had not one but two talking heads. It had the voice of Red, I believe, is Roseanne Cash, the daughter of Johnny Cash or something like that. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. And it's a really fun game with a lot of really great humor in it. And I first discovered this game when I was taking a trip cross country, and I stayed with a friend in Albuquerque, New Mexico. We were going to Burning Man, and I was crashing at his place on the way there, and he heard that I was into pinball, and he said, "My neighbor's got a pinball machine. You know, maybe you should go check it out." So he called his neighbor over, and I went over to his neighbor's house, and it was this game. And I was familiar with it, but I'd actually never played it. So I got a chance to go check out his neighbor's pinball machine. And I love the humor and the fun thing. And there's a lot, it's got a very deep rule set with all different kinds of modes. This is one of the games, one of the early Bally Williams games that had one of the deepest rule sets that you'd find in games of those eras and earlier. A lot of games, you play them for a half an hour, you've seen just about everything. This game has got a lot of modes. It's very linear in nature, and you have to churn through. You have to play quite a bit. As such, it had a buy-in feature with the extra ball, and I think that was really a great idea because you probably would have, put a lot of money in to get to the different cities because, see, you travel across the country and each one of those are different modes and shots you have to make, and the characters up there are saying all kinds of fun things, so I discovered I really, really liked this machine, and I looked for one for a long, long time, and I had trouble. They just don't come up for sale very often, and one popped up, and it was out on the Gulf Coast in some kind of beach house, and the price wasn't all that great. Ironically, I paid back then not much more than probably what I could sell it now, which is really sad because at the time I'm making this, I think 3,500 to 4,000 is probably the going rate for this game. Although I think it really should be in between 5 and 6. I don't know why it sells so low. I can't remember. I think I paid 3,500 for it many years ago. And it is all original. I haven't upgraded this. This is another game that really would benefit from putting LEDs in it. It still has incandescence in it. And it's pretty much all original too. It's a good condition. It's got a little bit of fade on the cabinet. The thing I remember about picking this game up was, there's a lot of fade on the cabinet. Look at that. You can see that's almost all white now. That's because it was at a beach house. It was at a beach house, and I didn't ask the guy before. They said, if you're going to come get the game, make sure you got somebody to help you move it. So I brought a friend of mine, and we get there, and we didn't realize it's a freaking beach house. It was 2 or 3 stories tall, made out of wood. It was basically a big deck house, and this thing was up on the second floor, and we had to carry it down 2 flights of stairs, and oh my God, I'll tell you this, if I'd have known that beforehand, that game would have sat there. Oh, I think my back still hurts just thinking about us moving this down 2 flights of stairs. And it wasn't like regular flights of stairs. It was like beach house stairs that went up a little bit and then turned 180 degrees and went up again and then turned 180 degrees. And it was very narrow. And so we had to hold the machine up high over the railing. Oh my God, it was rough. It was rough. And of course, the owners just sat there and they were older people. They just sat there and watched us kill ourselves. I remember getting it into the car thinking, what did I do? Is this going to, when you count in the back surgery that I'm going to need, this game is not a deal. But I got it home and I had a lot of fun playing it. And it's really a great game. It's a game you just don't see that often. And but boy, for those of you out there picking up games, ask if it's upstairs. Now, most of the veterans in the industry know that. If you've been picking up games a few times and somebody says they got a game, one of the first words out of your mouth is, "It's not upstairs, is it?" Now, I didn't have one of those escaleras, those super fancy things that can climb stairs. And you'd think I would get one with all the games I've gone, and maybe I should, but those things are really expensive too. But yeah, maybe if anybody has one they want to sell, email me, Mike@PinballHelp.com. Let me know. So Roadshow, kind of not the best deal that I made, and because it was in the beach house out at the beach, it got a bit of fade. But other than that, the game plays well.
Time to go to work.
Let's think
fire that thing up.
The Red's mouth has got a little thing wrong with it, and I'm going to have to kind of work on that. But other than that, I think the game plays well. Let's just throw a ball and it's got a lot of interesting things going on. This game could be cleaned up a little bit. Interesting thing about this game, it has a plunger on the left side, right? And there's a mode where the ball gets thrown into the plunger on the left side. And a lot of people that are playing this game, they'll say the ball's stuck, it disappeared, and they don't know where it is, and it's sitting over here. Like there should be a call out that says, "Hey, the ball is on the left plunger," and there isn't. It's got really good flow. Uh-oh. Ball fell into the hole. There we go. So there must be some dirt in the switch there. I'll have to check that. It's neat how the diverter. Let's take a look at the DMD. It's kind of neat. So there you have it. A fun game. Got a lot of good humor. And I'm not carrying one of these things down 2 flights of stairs from a beach house anymore. So anybody else selling them, you don't have to worry. There's going to be no competition from me. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this and want to support us, go to pinchurch.com or pinballhelp.com and find out more about what we're doing. And I'm hoping to get more videos out. I've actually been quite busy, despite the coronavirus thing. But I haven't been doing as many of these videos, and I'm determined to get more out. So if you do like it, let me know, because sometimes I don't know, how many people are out there watching. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's really key. And, drop a note to Mike@PinballHelp.com if you have any questions and stuff. I think I'm also going to do a series on answering people's questions, because I'm starting to get more people inquiring about different things. And so I may do some special shows like that. So, yes, don't be a stranger. And until next time, see you later.